Hey everyone, and welcome to this next installment of my Chalk Talk Q&A video segment. I posted on my athlete page yesterday that I would be taking questions for 24 hours and would answer all the ones that I got, and I had 77 comment responses, and most of those comments had multiple questions inside of them. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take about 10 minutes per video, answer as many as I can in each video, and then I'm going to post them up over the next few weeks whenever I have a day that I'm not posting a training footage or something, so you guys have a constant flow of videos and you're getting questions answered. So I hope you guys appreciate it. I may be at this for quite some time, but we're going to get it all done hopefully tonight. If I can't stay awake that long, we're going to roll on into tomorrow, and I'm going to get all the videos rendered and edited so they're just ready to post up whenever I have a day that I don't have another video posted. Here we go. Justin Cross asks, do you think you are more like Gandalf or Sam from Lord of the Rings? And I've been thinking about this question a lot in the last couple of days. Both characters, I think, have really, they're both really great characters, and to be compared to either one of them is truly a humbling experience, and I appreciate the comparison. I think I would rather be more like Gandalf, just because it's Gandalf, and that's, you know, he's a wizard, and he is pretty darn powerful, but I think in reality I'm a lot more like Sam. I'm not very tall, I don't have an epic wizard beard or any special powers, I just work really hard and do what I can to help the people I care about. So I'd say I'm more like Sam. Rafael Lozano asks, what has been your preferred training routine for powerlifting, smolov, stronglift, etc.? And Carlos, to be honest, I don't have really something that I would say I really any one program that I prefer that you could get a hold of, because most of them I've edited or altered in some way. I am a big proponent of high volume training because that's what's been the most effective for me. Shaco style lifting, smolov, but I do a lot of edits with the smolov. Just basically my preferred way of training as a natural, raw, competitive powerlifter is to practice the lifts as frequently as possible with as much volume as possible, and you alter your intensities based on those other two factors. And so I like to train my upper and lower body in the same workout. I treat the lifts as competitive movements and not necessarily as exercises, and the strength gain is secondary to working on building the lift itself through technical proficiency and CNS practice. Grant Barnett asks, would you rather fight 20 horses the size of ducks or one duck the size of a horse? And Grant, I will say that I would definitely prefer to take on one opponent at a time when a fight to the death is on the docket. And so I'd probably try to take on the one duck the size of a horse. Also, horses are terrifying creatures when you think about it. They have crazy hooves that they can hit you with, and they bite, and it's just, I don't know. Maybe I could reason with the one duck, and the 20 horses would be too much to convince to calm down. So I'm going to fight the giant duck, I guess, because this is definitely going to happen. I'm sure of it. And so it's a good thing that we have these kind of, you know, you can call me on that if there's ever an actual choice between those two. Say, Ben, you said you'd do this, and I will. Aarron Gregory Shahiem Hartley.who do you watch videos of on YouTube or look up to, and what drives you or is your motivation? I'm going to be completely honest and say I spend probably more time on YouTube than anyone else I know, and it's not, a lot of my time is not spent watching powerlifters. I watch so many YouTube videos. I'm just fascinated. I love to learn. I love to see people that are good at things. I am subscribed to so many different things, and I draw motivation from greatness in general. It doesn't have to be necessarily in the aspect that I have chosen. I've chosen to pursue strength sports, but I watch high-level parkour and free running videos. I watch gymnastics. I watch breakdancing or musical talent. I watch competitive Call of Duty tournaments. I am subscribed to a lot of Major League gamers, and I don't even play very much video games. I just am really drawn to people that are at the top of their field and have worked hard to become excellent at something, and that is the biggest draw for me. And I get my motivation for my lifting from it's really personal in that I want to better myself, and I use all these other people that I see as examples of what it's like to get to this high level, and I try to be that for other people in this one aspect. But I definitely feel like there's validity in anything you pursue to a high degree, and I think that whenever someone reaches the point of excellence, it deserves respect, even if it's not something you're particularly interested in doing yourself. So I hope that answers your question. Ian Angelo, if you can redo something in the past lifting related, what would you do? There have been a couple of injuries, I feel like, that were unnecessary. I am also a big believer that everything I have done has led me to where I'm at, and as long as I'm happy with where I am, then I don't have any true regrets. But there are a couple of injuries that I could have been smarter about in the past, and or things that it took me a long time to diagnose what was wrong. I had a back injury a few years ago that I thought was muscular, and it was skeletal, and I spent about 3 months trying to figure out what was wrong. And if I would have known right at the start, at the onset, what it was, I could have worked on rehabbing it, and I probably would have saved myself 3 months of incredible frustration. But that time did give me a lot of opportunity to reflect personally and build myself up stronger as a person, and my character grew as a result. So I don't know if I'd even regret that. I mean, it was a time of physical weakness, but real personal growth in another area. So I guess I really wouldn't change anything. Charles Michael Lang asks, have you ever taken time off from training, and how much strength did you lose? I've never taken time off from lifting that wasn't related to recovery for a specific injury, just because I've never felt the urge to. I've never gotten bored with this. I've always found joy and excitement in trying to build myself up in my strength. And there have been times when other things kind of take priority and my lifting takes a back seat, but I never take time off completely. If I'm ever in a production of a musical or an opera, that usually, because my expectation to be responsible to other people takes precedence over my expectation to be responsible for something that I'm doing for myself. And that, when that happens, I lift when I can, but it's no longer my number one priority at that time. And I haven't seen a lot of drop off from those times. It's just kind of a maintenance, and I don't have the opportunity to grow as much in that. Kenny TheGiant Ng, what got you started into lifting and even competing? I started exercising seriously when I was pretty young. I'm 24 now. I started exercising with weights when I was 10 years old, and I just fell in love with the idea of getting better, and I was not particularly good at it. I've told people this before. If you're familiar with me and my channel, you know that there was nothing special about me when I started lifting. I was just physically. The one thing that I had that other people seemed to not understand was that I just kept going, and I never quit, and I was so motivated to be patient and go through the growth process that it just kind of developed. I started competing because my high school had a team. I was fortunate enough that I went to Montesano High School, and we had a really solid powerlifting program that the person, Eric Stanfield, was the head of that, and I was really inspired by just a lot of other people that wanted to get stronger and go and compete. And so I got introduced to the sport like that, and then once I got out of high school, I got way more serious into my competing, and took it kind of to another level, and returned from doing some single ply stuff, which is where it really started. I started out with a lot of single ply lifting, and I reverted back to unequipped raw lifting because I just found more joy in that, and I found more more satisfaction from lifting and knowing that I could walk into a gym and do that, and had less to worry about with the different equipment. So that's going to do it for this first video. Not sure how many we got through there, but we're just going to keep chugging along, and just expect these videos to come up every few days over the next couple of weeks, and hopefully I can keep the number of videos down, something that's not ridiculous. But you'll see, obviously, by the end of when this video is posted, it's going to be the first video out of, however many videos it is. So you'll see how many parts there are. Thanks again for watching, and tune in for the next one. Bye.